It's your boy Mook J.
What's up, everyone?
With another video, babe, finally.
With Jacob. Hey, everyone. I've been missing for some of these videos, so I said, smash down.
It's been a couple to a few months.
Getting the video.
So today we're gonna come at you guys with a short video on how we met. A lot of people don't know how we met. I mean, our inner circle knows how we met.
Yeah.
That's about it.
But this gives you a little more details into
inside
what was going on.
You know, and how it all happened. And I mean, it's been 4 years.
4 years since the 19th. That's like when we figured out the 19th of August was when the day we met. So that's what we used for our anniversary.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like our how we met story. I think it's cute.
That's cool, you know. So it all started back at this hospital we worked at in 2015.
Yeah, 2015. So I was a nurse's aide at the time. I was in nursing school and working as a nurse aide at this hospital full time for a little bit of time while I was in school, and then I went to part time and then like PRN and stuff. So I was working at the hospital as a nurse aide.
And I was a surgical support technician, and I worked in the OR, did stuff. He worked in nursing. So one day, I was dropping off a patient.
So we work in two separate departments.
Yeah,
right?
like
he was working in surgery.
Mind you, at that point, I had already been at the hospital for 2 years.
And I had been there. That was my first year.
First year.
Yeah.
I had never seen this guy.
I'd never seen him before.
Like, at all. So then I go upstairs to go drop the patient off. And as soon as I get up,
you were coming to pick a patient up.
No, I was going to drop the patient off.
They were coming after surgery?
Yeah, because I came.
I thought that you guys were picking them up. Oh, that's right, because you still had their chart.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So, anyways, I get off the elevator, and then I'm like, who the?
So I think I was walking down the hall.
He was walking down the hall,
and then I saw you, and I was like,
"Damn!" He looked back, and I'm like,
"No way."
I'm like,
I'd never seen him before, and I saw him. Of course, you see somebody, you're not expecting like hot ass people in the hospital,
right?
It's not a lot of them.
So I go down the hall.
So you see somebody, and I'm like, oh, I had to look back, like, wait.
Right.
And he was looking at me, so I was also looking back to see if he was still looking at me.
He looked back twice. I'm like, okay. So I went down the hall, dropped the patient off. I think you were standing in the room across the hall, and I looked up, and he was looking at me again. I'm like, oh yeah, I got him. Like I just knew. I knew in that moment.
It was so funny in the moment, though.
It was, but
because it was all just like, it was very kind of like.
It was
okay,
so
I'm
like
thinking what you're thinking. Kind
yeah,
of
it was so like a movie script, almost. I mean.
And it was just funny because it was at work. It was in the middle of the day. Like, I'm taking care of patients. He's taking care of patients. Yeah. I didn't expect any of that to happen.
So then I left.
He left, and then I was just like, oh my gosh. I was thinking about it, and I think I told somebody about it too. I'm like, did you see that guy? They were like, yeah, I saw him. And then the secretary calls me, and she says, come to the front desk. I'm like, oh God. I had a feeling, but I actually didn't really know what she was talking about. And then she's like, look at the elevator. I look at the elevator. He's standing there.
Oh, wait. I came back upstairs.
Okay, standing there, looks at me and just does one of these. And I was like, ooh.
And he came. He started smiling.
I was so nervous.
He didn't know what to say. I knocked him off his feet.
I was nervous, but he was he was nervous. You were nervous, Sean. I held it together.
Yeah. He did. I was nervous though.
I wasn't gonna let you know I was nervous.
I was nervous because he was just so cute, and I'm like, damn. I didn't know.
Do you
what to
remember
say.
what we talked about though?
I think I asked him. I'm like,
He's like, I've seen. Have I seen you before?
Do you go out? Like, do you go out to the bars?
I'm like, yeah, I go to like, I go to
right?
the one once in a while, like once in a blue moon, but not really. And he's like, oh, okay, I feel, you look familiar.
I was like, okay.
it was real short, and then it was just like, I think I'm like, can I get your number?
Yeah, you were just like, so, can I like get your number? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, you want my number?
Then I waited a couple days, to text him, and
that was the thing. I gave him my number, and I'm like, oh, he doesn't even text me for 3 days. I don't like that. I'm like, come on, we had such a nice moment, and then you're gonna just make me wait, thinking I gave you the wrong number.
And then after that, it was history.
It was a minute until we like finally met up, though, right? Were we kind of just seeing each other at the hospital for a little bit? How long was it until we like finally hung out?
Like 2 months.
2 months.
Yeah. It was
So up until then, it was like all at work. We just saw each other at work.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember those days. It was funny.
And then the crazy thing is, the day we finally meet up at my apartment, my ex shows up. And it was just like,
yeah, I'm over it now. But like
crazy.
we can talk about it. It was
crazy. Like it was just, my ex was
so
drunk.
It was the first night I like was at his apartment, and we were sleeping, and then it was this like banging at the door. He didn't hear it at first. He was sleeping. I'm like, LaShawn, there's somebody at the door.
Mind you, he's scared.
I'm like, because they're pounding. They're really like angry, and you hear yelling and stuff, and I'm like, what is going on? Long story short, nothing happened. Like in the end,
nothing happened.
Nobody was hurt or like nothing like bad happened. It was like taken care of, but it like definitely scared me.
But it was just wild for a first night. Like, nice first impression, right? Baby mama drama.
And but like even though I left like kind of like scared, I was just like, what just happened?
He stuck around.
Because like I felt like that was just something crazy that happened. I didn't really look at him differently because of that. Like I felt like he was being pretty honest and like true, and I didn't feel like there were like sides of him that he was like hiding. I feel like he was pretty open. So I kind of I believed it when he said like that's not anything like you need to worry about. And I was like, yeah. I felt the whole time like I felt safe because I was with him. I feel like he was like taking care of it. So, I remember that. I like that. Did I ever tell you that?
I think so. I think you told me that.
You handled it very well.
I could have got crazy, but I'm maturing.
But I remember that. You handled it very well. I was like, okay.
If I would have got crazy. Then what?
Crazy as in what? Like beat his ass?
Mm-hmm.
Were you fighting for me?
No, I beat you.
Sometimes.
Yeah, so
we live in Cleveland, but at the time we lived in like very opposite ends of
he
Cleveland.
lives in the boondocks of Cleveland.
Yeah, but he lives far away.
It was 55 minutes from my house.
So I'm like
We're in
in
Cleveland,
the south side, he's like on the east side.
Where in Cleveland are we at? We're 55 minutes apart.
To get from my house to his place was literally 56 minutes. And I did that trip 4 times a week. I was okay with it. That was some good times. What's your first apartment?
I was. No, that was my second apartment.
Yeah. I mean, first apartment with us, and then your second.
Yeah.
But the very first time he came to my place, he came like, this was when it was kind of like in the beginning.
Yeah.
He drove to my place, and he didn't know it was gonna be that long.
Oh wait. He told me I put the address on my GPS and it said
It's far. It's crazy. That it's Cleveland, but it's so like it's opposite ends.
I'm like, wait, did he give me the right address?
Yeah, it's far. So you
and
showed
I
up
again. I'm like, oh wait, this must really be the address. I'm like, oh no, I won't be doing this.
So he shows up, and it was a situation where like he isn't about to come inside. Like, I'm very traditional parents, so I'm not about to like break a boy in the house. But like, and it was like the middle of the night too. It was like 9 or 10 or something. And like, I met him outside, and he was like parked, and we were just talking for a little bit.
And I think that was our first kiss.
Yeah.
That was our first kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked for like 5 minutes, and then
kiss, and then
so I drove an hour to talk for 5 minutes and kiss and leave. But it was well worth it. But that's when you know.
You know you got him.
That's when you know.
Drove all the way to my house. You know how it is in the beginning. It's like so fun and exciting, and like I love that feeling. And I felt like we had that for a really long time.
And I feel like the crazy thing is I feel like we still got it.
That's the thing. We were just talking about that the other day. Like,
which is weird. Cause it's like,
I'm like, I still like it.
but I still, like, you're still excited. It's still fun, and we still have fun.
Still
like,
miss each other.
Not tired of each other.
Yeah.
We finally moved in after 4 years. We just moved in with each other about a month ago, and it's working out.
It's going really well. I had never lived with anybody before.
Yeah.
This is my first apartment.
And this one we kind of took our time, as you can see. For 4 years.
It took 4 years
to move in. Imagine how long it's gonna take you to marry this nigga, or for me to marry this dude. Woo! Another 8, soft 8. You know, 8 and skate.
8 and skate.
But anyways, you know, that's gonna be the end of our video. We're gonna close out with you know, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know, you know, what you think.
Follow us on Instagram.
There will be more of us coming soon. Follow me on Instagram at MoveJOfficial. That's it.
JCB JSF, Jacob Joseph.
All right.
All right, you
Peace.
guys.
That's it.